tell you about Elohim. First of all, Elohim are enormous light beings from Central Sun, and they connect you to other universal programs. We're very complete about this. Where you have Elohim, you have galactic federations. There are more than one federation. We are simply working with this group, and we have allowance to work with you. So, how does that sound? If you are asking to communicate with another personality, and you are saying, do I have permission from higher source to communicate with this being? You see how we behave in our galactic federation, as you call it. Once again, many of you have a free will choice on this earth, and you have forgotten how the protocol is in galaxy of yours. Now we will tell you about it. Elohim give instruction for galactic beings, and we listen to their instruction. How are you listening to Elohim? First of all, meditation, of course, but you must also not confuse meditation with the silencing of your thoughts. Some of you believe it is one and the same, but meditation is also listening for instructions from Elohim. In between the instructions, you have a silence. This is what we are talking about. Where you have silence, you will find a greatness within yourself. Where you have a greatness within yourself, you sense your connection to creative beings. Orion Council, if we are always connected to these great beings, then why is it so difficult to listen to them? Let us explain how we proceed with the teaching. When you are listening to great Central Sun beings, you begin to see the planet in a different way. It affects your perception, and some of you are not willing to change your perception, so we believe that open-mindedness, as you say, has a lot to do with listening to Elohim. Where you have an open mind, you allow your mind to change its course of thought, and you allow for it to ask itself a new question. Do you remember that state of being? You do. And once again, we remind you of yourself. How many times have we discussed Elohim? Not so much, Orion Council. You have talked about Elohim, and the channel has mentioned Elohim. What exactly is going on here? Look at the planet Earth from our perspective. Here you have a group of people, and then they are communicating with one another, and they are asking questions about who they are, curious about creation, and wanting to know how to shift their realities. Orion Council, if you are helping us shift our reality, what are the other groups doing here? So much choice, yes? We have explained this to you, and many of you have begun to sense your own flexible mind state. While you are worried about being flexible enough, some of you have been very flexible, and we sense that. Go ahead and look at yourself for a moment. Ask yourself, is my mind state flexible? Well, if you are unsure, let us talk to Elohim. Some of you will listen to them. One moment. In the minds of Elohim are creational patterns. What this means is you follow a sequence and you achieve a very specific result. That is a game on this planet. Some of you have figured out some of the patterns, and many would call it a lie because you are so creative, yes? We are telling you the truth about programs. Rest assured, they are existing in higher dimensions. Some of you have a terminology for these pattern finders, and you say they are quite ill because they do not associate with this reality. Do you understand that, of course, they are associating with this reality as they exist here? Your problem is the communication and the listening. and some of them are communicating in another dimension with you. You are not in that dimension with them. The way to go about this is to ask yourself, have I listened to the highest possible voice inside of my own mind? What is that voice? Who is speaking? When you begin to access these patterns with a multitude of people on your planet, you sense that reality changes, and many of you feel uncomfortable with the shifting. You say, oh, this is not what I'm used to, this new pattern. We are all experiencing this with each other. Why? And so many of you ask why before you allow the experience to unfold. How, Orion Council, do we let the experience unfold? Of course you want to know the cause and effect. Of course you want to know how to go about the program. We align people, yes? We work with your people on your planet. We do not sit here and observe all day. We work with you. The rain drops on your rooftop. Remind you of what? We will ask you this again. Are you listening? Hello, friends, we're asking you. I'll allow yourself to be creative. Arcturus, are you here?
Yes.
So rest assured, we have asked you the question, not the viewers. Hello.
Okay.
Orion Council here, loving you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so can you ask the question again?
We have asked you a question. If you were to hear the raindrop on your rooftop, what do you think of? Yes?
I think of nothing but peace, and the feel takes over, and something in my brain changes, and it has a calming effect, and I stay in that and go deeper.
The way to go about ascension is to listen as you would in this manner, because you are participating with the sound realm. The raindrop is a sound aspect of the sound realm. Good energies elevate with this concept. Rest assured, you recognize what we are talking about. Good for you. Now, once you have the raindrop pattern configured, some of you do these sorts of games. Where do you go from there? Do you allow for something else to happen? Some of you say, no, Orion Council, I must remain in control because there could be a lightning strike, there could be a flooding, and I must be aware at all times. So simply a gentle rain for my ascension, please. We tell you that we work with you. We are telling you that Central Sun beings observe the communications. Orion Council, are we disconnected from these groups? It seems that they are so far away. Yet you explain we are one with them. Why the separation? Am I a raindrop, Orion Council? Explain yourselves. How to go about this teaching? We, rest assured, help you understand as well. War has happened on your planet. It was not a raindrop war. It was crazy, as you would say. So many of these wars happen, and once again, they have happened yesterday in that part and over there and over there. Can we allow for peaceful energy, Orion Council? Access that program for us. Let us talk about sound dimension. How would that help with peace on your planet? You have groups working with individuals. We have explained it, the Pleiadians and the drumming abilities. We want you to know there are many groups and they have many sounds that they create. Some of you explore this in a very sensitive way. Continue to work on that exploration as you find your own patterns of creating your own ascension. And when we say creating your own ascension, many of you feel empowered and you feel that you are participating in the co-creative energy here. So when you recognize that you are also making sounds in this dimension, ask yourself, have I listened to my own sounds? And we are telling you that your sound is also affecting the planet. When you have an upsetting energy and you have a disease, you many of the time will ask for God, and you say, please help God, and you are not knowing who God is. We ask of you to do the same with the sound dimension. With the sound dimension, you are participating with unseen energies. You haven't seen the sound, or have you? Let us talk a little more about that. Connections are being made. Some of you are getting better, and some of you are confused even more. One of the ways to go about understanding the dimension of sound is to participate. So you must understand what it means to create in this way. You must understand that there are many who participate in creating specific frequencies. The Pleiadians understand very particular messages are given through sound dimension. We understand you have a difficulty channeling it, yes? Don't worry about it. You get the download and you participate when you are ready to participate. Good afternoon, everyone. Orion Council here. We want you to know that Creator is happy today, and Creator is expansive. You are also expanding with Creator's light. You are given options every day. Some of you are very focused on your timing, yes? Elohim, what time is it? We know that your earth has times when there was darkness, and we want you to know that you have lots of assistance at this time. You mustn't forget who is here. Rest assured, your mind centers are changing, evolving, expanding. You are learning a new language. When the children begin to communicate in only sounds, you must learn to participate. Orion Council, how did you know my son only makes sounds? He does not speak my language. Because he is asking you to participate in another dimension with him. Do not forget that you have done this as a child, and you must recall those moments. When you are expanding your mind, you will have new ideas about the patterns and how to place those patterns within an understandable context for fellow humans. Some of you say, Orion Council, I cannot create sound for humans. It is very strange sound I create. The rest of the planet understands your problem, but Orion Council is not accepting this answer because if you are inspired by greatest light of God, well, who better than you to share your methods of communicating that light? Let us continue a moment, unless you are wanting to ask us a question. Thank you.
Continue.
We know that people have challenges in their lives, and we understand that you forget your purpose at times. You say, I had so much to do, I didn't remember, that's why I was here. How you continue about your day is most important for many. You have to align yourself to the patterns of your environment to survive. And you say, Orion Council, now you are speaking logic, okay? Once you align to the patterns of your environment, some of you forget your creational aspect. You continue to go about the patterns, and you understand that it is not working. You say, I need to change something. This is why your simple guides tell you, hello, friends, I'm your simple guide. I will help you adjust your day according to a simple pattern. For 2 minutes, you will ask Creator for some energy, and you will see what happens. And you will continue to do this in the direction of the north, if you so choose and feel that is the special direction. And you will learn about the geomagnetics in your subconscious mind. Oh, Orion Council, how promising. 2 minutes of learning the geomagnetic grid of the planet Earth. Impressive. If you could see yourselves the way we see you, you would have lots of options and you would be very creative every day. Every single day you would have an idea that is so embarrassingly exciting that you would not have time to listen to Elohim because you would be in a consistent alignment with Creator's light. You'd say, "Thank you, Orion Council. I have learned how to participate in my reality. I will continue with these sound creations. It is my most exciting adventure, and I am so grateful for you. Thank you, Orion Council. See you next time." For those who are still wondering what is happening with this personality, we want you to know that there are many on your planet who participate in interstellar communications. You have programs and you have human beings. Which one is advanced, your devices or your humans? Let us talk about that. The people on your Earth have created these devices, and some of you are obsessed with those creations. Don't worry, friends. The natural world is always existing. You would not have these artificial creations without your natural world. It comes first, yes? Some of the teachers have said that you must be afraid to travel into another dimension, but we disagree with these teachings. We agree with the teaching that there are other sentient life forms in other dimensions who work according to natural program codes. What is that, Orion Council? Natural program code? Are you some sort of software, computer creator? Orion Council are a group of beings who connect with the planet. And we sense energetics and we show you where there are changes taking place. You could call us map makers in a sense. Some of you call it scientists. We have many labels and we want you to know that all is well from our perspective, but when you are involved with these earthly matters, you won't always recall your connection. Don't worry, friends. You must change your daily habits 1 minute at a time. Yes, try it. See if it changes your reality. Do you have any questions for Orion Council?
Yeah, I have one question. How does the council see people recognizing there are patterns that lead to unwanted outcomes, and then there are divine guidelines to lead you to where you need to be going? How does one on Earth decipher the difference between good direction, bad direction, before it even unfolds into an outcome?
The personality is a complex system. The personality has aspects, and the aspects want expression in this realm. And when there is a conflict between the aspects, some of you call them past lives. Very simple teaching, yes? Some of you call them past lives. We call them aspects wanting expression. And when there is conflict between the aspects wanting expression, you experience confusion. Orion Council is here to tell you that you are all of these aspects. You are not separate, you are participating, you are changing, you are forgetting on purpose. Some of you have such strong aspects that you hold on to them as if you would hold on to a pole in a stormy wind. You say, "That is who I am, that there." Now, at the same time, the logical mind is asking you to be precise about your definition of who you are here, in order to communicate and facilitate relations. The personalities that you call multiple are simply the parts of you that are having feelings about different environments. As you notice, you're traveling around the planet Earth and you say, wow, I really like this place, and you change your aspect, you put on a different set of pants, and you change the way you speak, you begin to move in a new way. And they say, wow, that person has indeed changed. And we say, this was an aspect wanting expression. Is that who I am? When you are deciding to co-create on this planet, you have guidelines. Yes, we agree that you have been given many guidelines from many groups over centuries. And many of these guidelines discuss the ways of life and how life has been on this earth. And so when you are coming to this planet wanting to express yourself, and you are aligning to the patterns of your environment, you focus differently in different places. We are consistently reminding you that you take inventory of your environment every minute. Your environment changes every minute, and in your meditations, should you choose to elevate your frequency, should you choose to feel a bit lighter, should you choose to align to Creator in that moment, some of these patterns will shift and you will be afraid of those changes. Now, is it a bad thing to be afraid of changing who you are? Is it a bad thing to shock other people with your new programming? That is your decision that you must make here on your planet. You must come to agreements with one another, and these new agreements become the guidelines for future generations. See how you are participating, and many of you at this time are acquiring a dimension of sound that is for your well-being. These are the messages. We have listened to Elohim. We have finished. Thank you.
Thank you.